Hi, I'm Madonna Blyth. I'm 29 years old, originally from Brisbane. I have a Bachelor of Justice from Queensland University of Technology. I've been playing sport since I was a little kid. In particular, I've played hockey since I was 5 years old. Tried a hand at a few other different sports, swimming, softball growing up. But my family was into hockey, so I guess that's what I stayed with. Some of my biggest accomplishments in hockey include going to 2 Olympic Games, 3 World Cups and 3 Commonwealth Games in which I won 3 gold medals. I played my junior club hockey in Brisbane for Valleys Hockey Club. I started there when I was 5 and played 10 years of junior hockey with them. Some of the things I remember are about being part of a team from a really young age and just hanging out around the hockey fields hoping to get a game. I played junior representative hockey both through the club system but also through the school system. So with the school systems I played primary school state hockey, high school state hockey, and with my club from the age of under 11s all the way through to under 18s, under 21s and onto the open state sides. Some of the key things that I like to concentrate on during training sessions are making sure that I'm one of the most competitive people out there on the pitch. When we train, I like to train as if it was an international match, so that includes not only the competitive spirit but also the intensity and speed at which I train. The ultimate achievement for me would be winning a gold medal in Rio at the Olympic Games. I've been to 2 Olympic Games and have yet to win a medal, so for me as an athlete the ultimate is the Olympic Games and I'd love to win a gold medal. I think setting goals is really important. I like to set goals not only for long-term tournaments but also short-term goals such as what am I working on at training, what am I looking to improve upon. That way you can tick them on each day, but then you've also got the bigger goals that you're working towards long-term. One of the biggest challenges as an athlete is to make sure that you can remain training at a high intensity for weeks on end, months on end, year in, year out. So for me as an older athlete, one of the challenges is making sure that my body is in perfect condition to make sure that I can handle the training load. A way that I deal with this is to make sure that I am eating right, making sure my recovery is spot on so that I'm doing everything right to prevent injury and to prolong my career. The training program in Perth is a very elite program. It's basically full-time. We're here every single day as a group training together. The actual training sessions themselves are very competitive. The girls look to push each other, everyone wants to win, no one likes losing, and I think there's that real drive to improve, and that's what makes the team better but also the individuals. So that's what we look to do every day in Perth, whether we're out on the hockey field, in the gym, doing recovery, having meetings, scouting oppositions. We're always looking to push each other and push ourselves. I think the difference between someone like myself who has been around a long time and other people that have dropped off with their hockey career is that I still have a real passion to improve. I have a passion to get better and better, and while I still feel like I can improve, then I'll continue to play. I think that's the real key, the passion and I guess enjoying your hockey. I love the sport, I love coming to training, and that makes it easier for me to do the hard work to make sure that I get the results that I want. When I'm not playing at my best, I like to revert to a couple of different things. One thing in particular is just to keep moving, not to play stationary hockey, keep the ball moving, keep my feet moving. The old saying goes that you can always work hard. Even if your skills are failing you a little bit that day, you can always work hard. So I like to think, what could I be doing? How hard can I work? Keep your feet moving, keep involved. And then the other thing is just to remind myself to be positive, play positive hockey, remind yourself what your strengths are and just stick to those. After the Beijing Olympics, we lost a lot of our senior players in the team and I was named captain at a relatively young age of 23. So for me that was a real challenge, and I had to, I guess, break through a little bit in terms of confidence levels and being able to captain a team while still being one of the younger players. I felt that allowed me to develop, and once I got the confidence to lead the team, I felt a lot more settled in my role. The support that I get from my family and friends has enabled me to do what I love doing day in, day out for the last 10 years as part of the Hockeyroos program. We often move a long way away from where we're from. I'm from Brisbane, my family's in Brisbane, a lot of my friends are in Brisbane. The support that we get from them to not only encourage us to chase our dreams but also to remind us of the things that are important is invaluable. Often it's a pretty lonely road as an athlete. We're lucky that we're in a team sport, so you have the support of your teammates, but your family and friends, I think, get you through the tough times. They give you the encouragement and they just have that unwavering support that you need. My mum used to say this to me a lot when I was playing hockey, and she used to say, "Get up, you're not hurt." which is a bit of a joke in our family, but I think it allowed me to be a tougher athlete and realise when something was actually wrong and when nothing was wrong. So thanks, Mum. I pass it on to all the younger girls in the team, so get up, you're not hurt. One of the things that I like to, I guess, base my captaincy around is the saying that I wouldn't ask somebody else to do what I wasn't prepared to do myself. And that's just a little motto that I remind myself of at training. When you're asking people to work hard, you have to be working hard. When you're asking them to learn a certain skill or put in an extra effort, you have to be the one doing that. So for me, as the captain and leader of the Hockeyroos, I always think to myself, would I do it? Can I do it? And I wouldn't ask people to do it if I wasn't prepared to do it myself. The standards I set for myself at training are pretty consistent. I like to train at a really high tempo. I like to make as few errors as possible. And I think it's similar throughout the group. Everybody in our team knows what their strengths are and what other people need to work on as well. So we often push each other in the areas that we need to improve. So for me, it's little things at training about making sure my basics are 100% at top speed, being able to create play and set things up. And for my teammates, I expect that they're working equally as hard, they're pushing each other, and they're determined to improve themselves. I think a lot of the inspiration that I draw is from the daily training environment that we're in here in Perth. When you're here as part of a team, you want to look good for your teammates. You want to show them that you're improving and that you're worth a spot in the team. So for me, the inspirations are the teammates around us. We've got girls in our team that run 14 on a beep test. They inspire the rest of us to lift our game a little bit. We've got really quick athletes, fierce competitors, and I think we have enough inspiration in the Hockeyroos to motivate each other each day. I play hockey because it's the number one thing that I'm passionate about. I've played hockey since I was 5 years old. I love it. I love being part of the team. I love competing against the best players in the world. I think it's a good channel for all the competitive kids out there to get out there, play sport. I love going to major tournaments, travelling the world. But most of all, I love turning up to hockey each day with your mates, pushing each other to the limits, knowing that you've worked hard and that you get the results that you're after. Each player has different setbacks throughout their career. Sometimes it's injuries, sometimes it's non-selection. For me, a lot of it's been about trying to be in good form all the time. Consistency can often be a problem with individuals and a team. So for me, I guess the setbacks are when I'm not playing well. How do I get out of that? How do I start playing good hockey? I think over 10 years, you're not going to have perfect days every day, but you have to learn from your not so good times, and whether you've had an off tournament or a bit of a down year, I think that can really throw you back as an athlete, because obviously you want to perform at your best all the time. It can't always happen. So for me, I've learned there are going to be days like that, but how do I bounce back from that? And that's just keep turning up to training, keep enjoying it, keep working on the things that will make me better. One of the best things about being a Hockeyroos is the group of athletes that are around you every day. I love my teammates. I see them more than I see anybody else in my life. They're a great bunch of girls, and I think not only do we really respect each other, but we challenge each other. And often, you're walking on eggshells because you're tired or you're fatigued, but at the end of the day, we know that we do all the work together, and that's what makes us a better team. And the coaches are a part of that also. We don't talk about ourselves as athletes and staff. We look at ourselves as the Hockeyroos, because everybody's in it for the same reasons. Everyone wants the same goals. And I think in this group, the staff work really well with the athletes. Everybody can have a laugh with each other at times, but also challenge each other to be better. And I think that's one of the best things about this team, is that we're all equals and we all get on so well. One of the non-negotiables for a team to be successful, in my opinion, is that you have to put team first. It's the number one thing in my book, that you're doing everything you can for the team first. And yet that will include things like making sure you are the best athlete, you are looking after yourself, you are improving. But at the end of the day, all your actions have to be done for the team, to make the team better. I think that's one thing that we do very well in the Hockeyroos. No one wants to let the team down, so all your actions are there to better the team. Other things that are non-negotiables in the Hockeyroos, you have to do the work. You have to do the legwork. You have to be in good shape. You have to understand your role in the team. But at the end of the day, it all comes back down to team first mentality. I had a couple of hockey heroes growing up in Queensland. Obviously, Nikki Hudson, Nikki Mott as she was back then, was one of my big idols growing up. Loved the way she played the game, loved her enthusiasm for the sport, that she could have a good time, and just her exceptional skill and goal scoring ability. One of my other hockey heroes growing up was Jenny Morris, another Queenslander, someone that I grew up watching. I remember watching her at the Sydney Olympics and just thinking, wow, she has such a great presence on the hockey field, and maybe one day growing up I would like to emulate that. To win gold in Rio, the Hockeyroos, we just have to keep improving. We've done very well in the last couple of years. We've jumped from number 7 in the world to number 2 in the world. And I think now is the time that we start winning major tournaments in the lead up to Rio to get that experience of big games in big tournaments. For us, we're working on a couple of different things where we're looking to be a really explosive team. We want to play fast, skillful hockey, and I guess that intensity that we bring really throws opposition. So for us to get to number 1 and win that gold medal in Rio, we have to keep getting better every day. We have no off days, everyone contributes, and we play that style of hockey, that fast brand of Aussie hockey that's really hard to compete with.